content. Nice, Rach. Nice. Good job. Smooth. Okay, so that's there. Now I just got to swap categories over on Twitch. You're just counting. Okay. So we got that. That's there, that's there. Now I just need to share the YouTube stream real quick on Twitter. Then I usually do a YouTube post and a Discord post at the same time. Okay. I'm cooking up another collaboration you guys will love seeing when it happens too. Trust me. You guys are going to probably cry happy tears. Okay. For those that want to see me play Rivals for the first time in months, here's the YouTube stream. Same Twitch stream as usual. Live now. Okay. We'll throw. That's a very appropriate GIF. Yes. Okay, that one. I'm gonna create a post. Done that. It's on Twitter. It's on YouTube. We'll do a Discord as well. Man, my ear is itchy. I know you guys wanted to know that. Oh, yep. Yep, that's the stuff right there. Do you ever get like an itchy ear and you just like... All right, how many of you use Q-tips? Be real. Be real. It's probably not the best for us, but it feels great. You know what I'm talking about? I know that some of you know what I'm talking about. You're just not saying it. Okay. Put the music back there so I can see it. Don't boot up Overwatch, David. I literally just almost habitually booted right back into Overwatch chat. That's how you know I'm addicted. Game and Hope collaborates with a better internet company, or even cooler, the original internet company owns their mistake, sends a tech out, and fixes their mistake. I think that story arc's way better. I'm going to be honest. I last played this game March 25th of last year. It has been fully a year, chat, since I played this game. Almost, to be fair. Oh, I need to actually make a scene for this. That's awkward. Do I still have my old one? No, I don't. It's literally been that long. I actually deleted the scene. All right, we're just gonna use this one, and we'll add. Why are you going on Marvel? I want to try Deadpool. I'm a huge Deadpool nerd. That's literally my favorite movie of all time is Deadpool. Bro's already quitting Overwatch. Here we go, chat. Yep. What the heck? Yo, Rivals, why are you on my vertical monitor? What are you doing? Get over. Huh? Yo, Rivals is literally on a monitor that I don't ever capture for you guys. Like, what is going on right now? Click to start. Yeah, I'd like to, so I can get into your menu and put you on the right monitor. What is... I've never had any game ever boot up on one of my my other monitors. What the heck, bro? Okay. Bro, quit giving me all these pop-ups. Just let me fix the game. Escape. Escape. Is there any other pop? There's like 17 pop-ups that came up there. Good lord. Okay. Settings. I can barely see it. It's like shrink. Okay. Enters to apply. Ah! Beautiful. Borderless window. Ew, no. Give me full screen. Why would you ever play in borderless windowed? Okay. We need to give it a ultra performance because we know this game is very laggy otherwise. Wait, what? Are you trolling? You guys are trolling, right? They're saying the internet went down. I feel like I'm getting trolled. Is it still up on YouTube and Twitch? Wait, Twitch is actually lagging. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, it did. Wait, what? There is no way. Is my stream down? No shot, bro. It says encoding is overloaded. I can't stream the game. Okay, I closed the game. We'll see if it brings everything back. Guys, I swear to you, all I did was open up the game. That's it. Refreshing both pages. Okay. Are you kidding me right now? There is no way that it's still problematic because now we can't. Okay, so we can hear, but the screen is lagging behind. Let me try the good old-fashioned turn it off and back on again. All right, one thing at a time. Okay, guys, we should be back. Bring it back to live. Maybe. Refresh, refresh. Okay. But it's like... What is going on right now? Like, nothing's actually off now. Maybe we're good? We gotta go live. Oh, okay. So theoretically, okay, can we go... am I good? Are we good? Visually? We back? I think we're back. If you guys refresh your pages, you should be back. Yeah, Rachel's giving me a thumbs up. Can I get a couple other feedbacks in the chat real quick? Why is Rivals such a, like, monster of a game? That doesn't even make sense. I had it on performance mode, too. So it shouldn't have been eating that much of my PC at all. Waiting on some responses in the Twitch chat. I don't want to boot up the game until I know for sure. No sound now? I feel like that might just be you, Garrett. I don't know. Is that true of anybody else over on YouTube? Okay, Twitch is saying we're back. Video and sound. YouTube, real quick. YouTube, we got video and sound or no? Rachel's giving me a thumbs up on sound. So that might actually just be a, like, refresh your page kind of situation. I genuinely, all I did was boot up the game. Okay, I'm seeing we're good. Okay, I hear you. Okay, cool. So what I'm confused about right now is, like, all I did was boot up the game and everything fell apart. What is my current CPU at? Or GPU at? Where is my GPU on this list? Why can't I see it? It's not an internet thing, actually. I don't think. I don't think. It could be, but I don't. And if we run a speed test, it'll actually kill the stream. Because it maxes out everything to see what... So it pulls everything to that test to see what it's capable of. And it removes... No, it's the same thing. Yeah, because it's all... Yeah. No, it's a good question, though, babe. It's a good question. There are placements in Rivals now. What if after Deadpool you do your placements, see how much improvement in Overwatch is transferred into Marvel Rivals? I mean, I ended Diamond 3 there. Merp coming in with the 4 months, my guy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. W's in the chat for Merp. Thank you so much for your Prime, bro. I really do appreciate it. Okay. So, CPU mostly being used by Firefox. Okay, so what if I stop with the preview? So that's probably a lot of it. Okay, that helped. Firefox is using 45% of my RAM. I have 32 gigs of RAM. How is that even possible? Nothing is using 16 gigs of RAM. What are they talking about? Did one of my RAM sticks die? Hold on. We may actually be having a computer problem here. And I hope it's not the RAM because, my goodness, that crap's expensive right now. This would be a terrible time for the RAM to stop working. Okay, it says installed is 32 gigs, so it's registering it all. But for some reason, my task manager is showing 46% of my memory used. Or wait, is that... Wait. Yeah, that's RAM, right? I'm not stupid. Yeah, disk would be the other thing. Okay. Yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree with Awkward on that, for sure. Yeah, I'm like, I haven't done computer stuff in a while because my computer's been fine. Knock on wood. But I was like, just thrown off because it says I'm using 46% of my RAM. And like 3.7 gigs of it is Firefox. Well, I don't even know. Okay. Well, moment of truth, chat. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my task manager. I'll leave it up on my other monitor and see what breaks. Worst case. But I also... Why can't I see... Why can't I see my GPU in this anymore? Am I stupid? Oh, here we go, I bet. Yeah. Okay. So I've got a better view of this now. I do not want to use a gaming browser. That is the cheesiest thing ever to me. That's the weirdest thing. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. All right. I'm going to boot up Marvel Rivals and hope that nothing breaks. If it breaks, we'll take it next step at a time, okay? Here we go. Brace! Wait, hold up. Brace! The game's still loading. Just give it a sec. I have to hit launch. Brace!
Say that.
Okay, here we go. I'm watching my performance. GPU is using 60%. Game boots and... Oh yeah, that's normal. The encoder gets overloaded immediately as the game boots. It is literally Marvel Rivals. All right, let's exit the game and let it calm down again. Hopefully it'll come back. This game is really bad, huh? Yeah, they're both frozen. Can you guys hear me still? Because I think it's gonna catch up. It just gave me the... So go ahead and try refreshing your pages here. Because it should be back to good. I don't know what to do with that now, to be... Click that. Yeah, okay, let's see. No, I have the same PC. I don't know if I was multi-streaming when I did Marvel Rivals at the time. I don't know what to do with that, chat. I'm gonna be honest. I really wanted to actually play some Rivals today, but I can't. I'm not gonna just not stream to 2 platforms all because the game decided to break my PC. Do you want me to get the door, or can you? You got it? Okay. I mean, that's what I'm gonna have to do, and if I do, I have to drop Twitch, because YouTube at least hangs on to the VOD for a while. Alright, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. If you're over on Twitch, come over to the YouTube, please. I don't normally ask you to do that, but please do that so that I can give this a try. If it doesn't allow me to stream on just YouTube, I'm not even gonna bother. Like, there's no point. I'm gonna leave all the quality and all that stuff alone, but I'm just gonna stream over on YouTube real quick and we'll see what happens. So if you're on Twitch, let me give you guys the link here. Hang on just a minute. I'll give you the link in the chat. If you want to come by, this is where you want to go. Multi-stream took the L. Come watch on YouTube if you wanna. I'll go ahead and pin that message so that and we'll just make it to where it only disappears after it's manually taken care of. Okay, so let's try that out. I'm gonna kill the Twitch stream. Okay, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay. So Twitch stream is off. It's just YouTube now. All I'm gonna do is try and reboot the game. Bring it back up. If the computer freaking dies again, I'm just not gonna bother with this game. Like, that's insane. 1 platform streaming, it should be fine. My computer is not that old. It is getting on the outside edge of being older, but it's not old. Alright, I'm booting up the game. I hit launch. Give it just a minute, chat. We'll see what it does. Bless you, babe. Yeah, that's not good. We'll let it get into the game here and see what changes, guys. I know it's lagging. I can't see my chat on YouTube. I just realized. Hang on. Okay. So I am now in the menu. I'm going to make sure. I know you guys can't see or really probably hear much. I've turned it on ultra performance. And it is literally tanking even YouTube. What? Alright, give it just a minute. If you're on YouTube, it'll come back. We aren't playing Rivals. What the heck is wrong with that game? Holy crap. My PC is not that old. It's just... Okay, it should be caught back up now. You shouldn't be having anything. This game has such bad optimization. If I didn't have Marvel as an IP, I don't think anybody would tolerate it. Yeah, I don't think so either. That's ridiculous. So to answer somebody else's question, try refreshing. I'm going to type it. Well, you said you can hear me. So try refreshing. It should be back here shortly, okay? Should be back. For funsies, we'll do something a little different, I guess. We'll do something a little different. Mercy stream as and cosplay. Of course. What else would I do? So what are RAM prices these days, huh? Everybody keeps telling me they're bad. I'm going to pull up a website, make sure it doesn't like automatically pull my address or something stupid. No, it does not. Okay, cool. Everything okay? Okay. I guess we can turn on Twitch stream, huh? May as well. All right, we're back on Twitch. We did a test over on YouTube for those that missed it. Okay, let me look here. Everybody's saying that RAM is just stupid expensive, and I have not looked, so I have no idea what it actually costs. You'd be better off buying a house than a stick of RAM. Really? The house market's terrible. Is it really that bad? Oh my gosh. Okay, in stock. Corsair. Jeez! Oh my gosh, dude. Hello? I mean, it's a lot better than I thought it was, if I'm being completely honest, but that's still not great. Like, this is what I would get. Like, huh? $438? What the heck, dude? Okay, for funsies. This is called PC Part Picker. For those that don't know, you can build a PC and it'll basically like determine what's compatible and what's not. I do generally know how to build a PC. I've built PCs before, but like the newer parts, I'm on an older PC, I guess, by most people's standards, but it works fine for me. I'm not planning on buying a new PC, but it'd be kind of fun just to talk about it for a second, I guess. Okay, I don't want to accidentally like dox myself here. Hang on. Let me move this, pull up my PC properties here. Make sure again it doesn't have like address or somewhere. Okay. I have a 3080 Ti. It won't. Oh wait, yeah, it does. It does show here. Oh wow, they used to not show that there. That's kind of cool. Windows 11 added that, I'm guessing. Okay. Here you go. Right? We have the 3080 Ti. So it's a couple generations old. But 3080 Ti, 32 gigs of RAM. I bought this a while ago, guys. It's like DDR4 still. Ryzen 7 5700X. There is no reason that this computer should be struggling with basically any game right now. It's only 2 generations behind, I believe, right? Because I think we're on the 50 series NVIDIA chips, correct? Yeah, you're on 50 series. So, I mean, the equivalent of what I have would be a 5080. It looks like they don't have a 5080 Ti. So, yeah, I mean, and it would probably be significantly faster. I mean, what is the we can do? It's GPU compare. I forget what it's called. Yeah, user benchmarks. So you can actually go here and then. Well, there was a way to do this super easily. What the heck? It used to be just be like right here where you just click one and click the other. You just have to start with clicking one now. 3080 Ti. Compare that and then a 5080. Compare. Okay, yeah, it used to be a lot simpler than that. Yeah, that's a huge improvement. 61% is like bananas, right? Either way, it shouldn't be struggling. The only thing that looks to maybe need to be upgraded would be the CPU. That's what I'm saying. Like, even my CPU, though, is pretty beefy. I'm pretty sure. But this is what I always look for. Like, I'll admit, if I was in the market, which I'm not, but if I were in the market right now and ready to buy a new PC, 50% is my rule of thumb. If I'm going to get 50% better overall performance, I'll actually spend the money. Otherwise, it's not probably worth it, depending on it. Now, like, if I'm going to look at, like, a 5090, right, that's probably... Yeah, I mean, that's a huge difference, but you're also spending almost $3,000 just on one component. So you have diminishing returns, right? So you have to kind of look at that. I'm happy to take a 60% improvement and not spend another $1,300, right? And I won't go, but a lot of people will bring up Ryzen's chips. I won't go, or I'm sorry, not Ryzen's chips, AMD's chips. The reason I won't go that route, for those of you that are nerdy about it, NVIDIA actually has what's called their NVENC encoder, which is a separate chip within their graphics cards that is used explicitly for recording and streaming, which removes the load from your graphics card itself to run your stream. Last I checked, now it's been a while, but last I checked, AMD has not done that. They've still got just a really solid graphics card. Don't get me wrong, no hate. I'm just saying, for what I do, NVIDIA is the way to go. It's unless, again, my information's outdated. When was the last time I did a driver update? That's a good question. It's been within the last 2 or 3 weeks. I'm confident in that. It's awkward, though, that it's installing the NVIDIA app now. Anyway, so... Anyway, we've got these, right? But, like... I'm not going to build a whole PC, by the way, just for one stream. There's zero chance I'm doing that. That's not the point of this. I just wanted to have a conversation and show you guys, like, rivals should not be able to get away with this. As much money as they make, the billions and billions of dollars they make in skins, the fact that their game is not optimized well enough for me to play it and multi-stream when I can do that with pretty much any other game I want is bananas. Should not happen. Should not happen. So you guys were saying CPU might be, well, somebody said that, I think. CPU, I am on the, we just said the Ryzen 5700X, right? And it's not the X3D, we do know that. And then what's the newest version? Of that same, so right, okay, I guess I could just do Ryzen 7. 9800X 3D. Okay, that looks like that would be your top end one, which is what I would do. I usually do that. That's a 33% increase. That's still not enough for me to make the justification of going to that. The flip side of this, though, is that I'm not just going to buy a new graphics card because then we're going to get throttled, right? So, yeah, so Intel, I've seen that before, but here's the thing. They don't, it's not, as far as I'm aware, that's not a separate encoder. That is all using the same GPU. There's a separate chip for encoding in NVIDIA chips. This is just not worth paying money for. I mean, yeah, it's only $465, looks like, but like that's still $500 I could spend in a whole bunch of other ways, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, why don't YouTubers promote user benchmark is an interesting question. Anyway, the crazy thing is, Rivals just had an update improving both performance and file size, and it still is like this. Holy crap! There isn't an excusable reason for these games not to run well. The only time I can see it being reasonable is when there's a strange portal on screen. Yeah, again, that happens. I'm on the 9800XD, X3D is what I'm sure you meant, but much bigger difference than 33%. Yeah, but again, I'm sure that you have, okay, this is actually probably an interesting point to bring up because I actually like that. You can actually look here and say, okay, if you are using your PC in any of these individual work areas, you can identify it. So like for me as a gamer, it's showing, what is that, 32%? So it's actually less, but it's actually a pretty even keeled increase. So for me, it's just not worth it. There's a lot of benchmarks here. We're talking about 16,000 benchmarks compared against 13,300 benchmarks on the previous. So when I look at it, I don't see that as worth it at all. I just don't see that as worth it at all. So the graphics card, there's a huge, I can see a huge reason to make that jump, but I'm not going to right now because I don't. If I was going to become a Rivals streamer, that'd be a different thing completely, because then I'd try to do that. But again, honestly, anybody who became a Rivals streamer and had to build a PC to do it, I think you're just being stupid. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, that's not worth it. Plenty of other video games out there. The 3D cache does much more than what people think. I'm sure it absolutely does. That's so. And so I will tell you this as well. Actually, isn't that a bad word to say? I don't actually know. Anyway, my thing with this is a lot of people don't realize what I was going to major in college was IT, specifically hardware support. So I understand a lot of how these things work. Now, 3D cache I know is relatively new. But I have heard enough about it that I know. Like even my brother-in-law, he may have already, or he was considering moving up to the 3D because of the performance. So, yeah, Sneeve, that's insane. What settings do you have Rivals on? Because maybe it's lowering it all might help. Yeah, I had it on ultra performance. Yup. Okay. I just don't want to say it because if I say it, I get clipped out of context. You know what I'm saying? I'm really bummed about that. I'm going to be honest. I was really looking forward to trying out Deadpool, but I'm not going to friggin' do that if I can't boot up the game. Like, that's so stupid. There's no point. With the, I appreciate the suggestion, honey, but there's just no point. So, if I'll end up changing the category over on, well, YouTube, I won't need to worry about it, but, we're going to sit here and chat for just maybe another 15 minutes, and then I'm going to get off the computer, guys. There's really no point. How much are graphics cards these days? I didn't even look. The 5080. I'll pull up a new egg and see what I can find. Hang on. I'll let you know. The concern you have right now is not the graphics card, though. It's the freaking RAM that you have to worry about. Yeah, you can still buy a 30 series card. That's how recent they are. Like, they aren't outdated. A 5080, if you just sort by like the lowest price, it's like you can get one for an open box one for $1,500, but they look like they range new from like $1,600 to $1,800 on average, which is still a lot of freaking money. And again, for me, I have no need. RAM is insane. Yeah, I just looked at 32 gigs of RAM and it was almost $440. It's freaking ridiculous. Something to consider, the 50 series cards have substantially greater power consumption than the other series. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. It's fine. Just take out an extra mortgage and get a RAM. Get more RAM. True. The thing is, I would have to have a first mortgage in order to take out a second mortgage. So it does make it kind of hard, to do that. Dude, I'm baffled by that. What do you guys think? What do you guys want me to do? I planned on being live for the next hour still. So like we could do something. I'm open to talking about it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, but we can have a conversation. I can't hear you, honey. What? I took a headphone out. What'd you say? I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not. Hang on. I'll just buy a used PC on Marketplace. Yeah, the used ones are even worse because the RAM prices being what they are. People are selling their used ones for way expensive from what I've heard. Like bonkers money. You guys have any thoughts on something you guys want to see us do today? If not, I'm honestly just gonna bail, and that's okay. I'm not gonna be offended by it at all. I could go work for an extra hour and make some extra money. It would not be a bad thing. So the problem with the variety stream is that people, like, I like to do things that I can consistently do. So, like, it would realistically be something in Overwatch at this point. Like, I'd just go back and play Overwatch. It would just something more specific in there. No, not even. I keep thinking about it. I don't know that I really want to. I think I was so looking forward to playing Rivals. And now that I'm not going to get to because of their stupid optimization. That's wild. Like, why do we, man, I'm about to rant. Why do people accept that? Like, why do we accept this as a, like, this kind of goes back to a similar vein of thinking as what happened with the internet, right? My internet connection this week. I didn't just accept it. I made a statement about it. It was like, look, we need to change this. This isn't okay. And so many people are just like, oh, well, you just need to quit complaining about your internet. And I'm like, what? I pay for a service. I pay for it. Why? Now, here's the difference. Rivals is not paid for. It's a free-to-play game. But when you have other free-to-play games, the thing that you are using and spending there is your time. You're spending your time. The most precious commodity any of us have. And people are still putting time into Rivals. As terrible as the optimization is, people are still putting time into it. There's just no excuse for that. There's no excuse for it. I appreciate it, Rex. Unreal Engine 5 is the baseline, and because that's so poorly optimized, it lets other companies not have to crack down as hard as they used to. We're a capitalist society generally. We understand that, right? If you stop spending your money and you stop spending your time on something, they will either adapt or die. And I don't think you should even tolerate it for that reason. Yeah, Beans, I respect that for sure. It can definitely be a huge waste of time. That I completely agree with. It can be, being the keyword. Well, here's the thing. I don't know how to say your name. Please forgive me. Is it Humi? Maybe. Hopefully I got it right. Here's my core of the problem. They have had... How long has Rivals been out now? 2 years? They've had 2 years to fix this. It clearly is not a priority for them. And that should be a concern for us as gamers. One of the most popular games right now, by far, is that way. You know what I've thought about getting into? Side note, complete side note. Arc Raiders. I have thought about it. That has come to my mind. I am uninstalling Rivals right now, by the way. It will never be back on my computer if they're going to keep up like this. I thought that I thought that Arc Raiders would be a lot of fun. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna hop off. I think I'm gonna call it for the day. I apologize for the pseudo bait and switch that happened here. That was obviously not my intention. But like, I'm not gonna try and come up with content. I mean, that's such a bummer. I was literally, there's a really big reason that was a problem for me. My video next Friday was supposed to be me playing Deadpool for the first time, and I can't create the content because the game is so poorly optimized. So I'll come up with something, but that's just so cringy that they did this. So, all right. Well, I appreciate you guys watching regardless. Enough of my whining and soap opera box here, whatever they call that soapbox. Soap opera is a different thing. Anyway, I'll catch you guys Tuesday. We'll be back at a normal thing. And actually, keep an eye for a social media announcement about Tuesday. Tuesday, I will have been a content creator for 8 years exactly. So what I'm thinking about doing is doing an 8-hour stream on Tuesday, and for every hour playing the game that I played throughout the year of streaming. So my very first game was PUBG, then it was Fortnite, then it was I would say, I think we transitioned from there to Apex Legends, and then 7 Days to Die for quite a while. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that. So keep an eye out for a social media announcement about that for Tuesday. It'll be a little different than normal. So I look forward to seeing you guys then, all right? Until then, this is Gaming for Hope. I'm signing off.